Hey, in this video I will talk about money mindset, how you can improve your money mindset and how you can understand that. And the thing is, so money itself is actually a neutral object. So every meaning we put to money is actually subjective, right? It's never completely true because it's just all about the meaning that we put into money. If we put positive meaning to money, we get more money, at least usually. And if we put negative meaning into money, we get less money. If we have neutral meaning to money, then it just stays at the same level where it is right now. Okay? So money is actually, it's just like an object, it's just energy. It's all about what meaning we put into that. And every meaning we have ever put into money, on money, it was all subjective. So if you were taught that money is bad or something like that, it was just a conditioning from society, from your environment. And now we come to the second part, and this is about the conditioning, how you can recognize how you were conditioned in regards to money. So the first thing that we learned, it was the verbal conditioning. That's how our parents, for example, talked about money. And for me, it was like that. Like I was born in Russia, and from my perspective, the environment there has even less good money beliefs than usually. And I was coming from a household where my family didn't talk good about money at all. So this is why I came into this topic one day, why I started to be into this and started to to work on that. And so the first thing is just verbal conditioning. That means, how were your parents talking about it? This is what you learned when you started to grow up. This is what you learned when you were a child. When you heard very often the sentence, "There's never enough," then you, especially when they talked about money, then this is what you were conditioned to. This has become a subconscious belief. Okay, very often has become a subconscious belief. This is what you started to get to believe about money, if you even if you don't remember that. So the first thing you can do is just look into the time when you were growing up. Look at it's not just about your family, just look at your environment general, the society where you were living. But from my experience, it's especially the parents, because we spend most of our time with our parents, so they influence our money mindset the most. So look how your parents were talking about that and your environment or your country. Okay, I was born in Russia, but later when I was still young, we were going to Germany when I was 8. So there were complete different beliefs in Germany in comparison to Russia. And what I want to say also is, that's all. It's when you were growing up, it's just like we were playing a role. We were having a script, a role that we should play based on your karma, basically. Okay, based on what your parents, your environment, what we are giving to you further. So you had this role, but it's all about that you actually learn that you don't have to play this role. You're actually you are not an actor, you're actually the regisseur. And that means you can choose the movie that you want to play and the role you want to play. If you were giving a role that was neutral, you can choose to have a rich role. So no matter your role, you can choose how you can continue from this point on. You can basically write your own movie and be your own superstar in this movie, be your own hero. So like I said, just look how they were talking about and look at the patterns also. For example, were your parents savers or spenders? And this brings me actually to the second point, and this is about modeling. So the second point, what we learned about money was through modeling. What I mean is, when you just see, for example, someone comes back home and he's maybe mad, and you saw this very often, then you learned, okay, work doesn't make happy, for example. So it's normal that work doesn't make happy. Okay, so modeling means we just children just copy other people. You know, we just copy our people. Even when we grow up, we still copy our people. So we learned a lot by just copying, by just looking, feeling what other people feel or what they do, and just copying that. Even if they didn't say it anything, even if they didn't say it anything, but we're just looking at them, if they look happy about it, if their facial expression is happy when they see money or something like that, or if it's unhappy or neutral, for example. So what did you learn by modeling your parents, your environment? For example, just look at different patterns. Was the money always consistent, or was it not consistent? Were there savers or spenders? Did they invest in things? Were they investors, or didn't they do that at all? Look at patterns like that. Was money consistently there? How much was consistently there? What was the basic feeling that you had about all of that, about money and work? What you learned about working, what you learned about money? What was your feeling? Was it like it's not fun at all, or there's always something lacking, or there's always enough? There's always enough there. Okay. And now I give you an exercise what you can do. So you just create a table, and what you do is you write down at the top a situation, just as a topic, the situation at the left corner. And now you write down every situation. You write down every situation, this column. In this, you write down every situation where you were in contact with money, where you come in contact with money. What I mean is, for example, if you sell things on eBay, if you look at your loan, if you look at your bank account, if people give you presents, if you give gifts to people, okay, if you found a bug on the street, like you just look on the ground, there's a bug, there's a dollar, and now you see this dollar. So every situation where you come into contact, just write it down. And then at the right, you write down your reaction. What I mean is, you write down, okay, you write down your most dominant thoughts that you have in the situation. For example, if you found the dollar on the ground, what are the thoughts that you have right now? Like, oh, it's not much, or oh, great, a dollar. Okay, just write down everything, especially your most dominant thoughts. Write down especially your most dominant thoughts. And more further at the right, you write down your emotions. So when you have these thoughts, when you are in the situation, or let's say you make money through a business, now you have a reaction about that. You see money, and maybe you have this feeling like great, or maybe you have this feeling, oh, not enough, it's not much. Write it down, because this creates our reality. This is our conditioning about money. If you react bad about money, you will get less of that, because there's still always this feeling of lack that you are conditioned to, for example. So, okay, and like I said, after you write down how you think about it, your most dominant thoughts to every single situation, so when you sell on eBay, you write it here down, then you write down your thoughts, and then you write down your emotions, how you feel if you think that way. And then you just write more further at the right, you just write down your new thoughts about that. Okay, so usually it's the opposite. You're like, if you were thinking like it's not enough, you think like it's enough, or there's enough for me in the world. You can either just take the opposite, this is the easiest way, or you can make your own sentence. Okay, just look that it's not that it's always written in, like it's in the time now. What I mean is, like it's written like that: I have enough, instead of I will have enough in the future. Don't take the future form. Okay, so write like you have already enough now. Write like you believe in that already now, not later, right? Okay, when you have this, what you can also do is writing down how you will feel if you have this new thought. Okay, and because of this, you will become aware basically how you feel in every single situation. You can later also still write other situations. Maybe at the start you won't know every single situation. I have give you a couple of examples, okay? But you can continue to grow this list, and you will become fully aware in every single situation that has to do with money. When you look at your bank account, when when you get a gift from someone, okay, when you give money, anything that has to do with money, or when you look at money in your bank account, you just look it on your computer, on your smartphone, like literally every reaction, write everything down, and then you will know how you react and why you create this reality. Okay, and all you have to do is basically to question these beliefs, if you have a feeling of lack, like a feeling of fear, there will never be enough. It's better to first actually focus on the feeling and accept it fully. Accept the feeling fully, and after question the beliefs, and then practice to say these new beliefs in the situations. So when you have again the situation where you sell something on eBay or make money through a business, you start to say this new belief, and you say it with emotion and conviction. By the way, I have made a more detailed video about how to change beliefs. I will link it here. Okay, there was going way more depth. It's especially just about beliefs itself, so you can change the beliefs and create new beliefs. And yeah, and if you are able to change your beliefs, you can change literally your entire life, because the beliefs we have, they control our world, they control our reality, right? So that's what I wanted to say at the end. If you make this table, you will understand how money influences you, how you feel towards that, and how you want to feel in the future. Because if we right now, for example, see at our bank account, now we have a feeling like, oh my God, no, that's not enough. Oh yeah, could be better. We create this reality because we focus on negative, we create more negative outcomes. So actually, we will less likely get more money if we have a negative belief or negative focus about it. But if you focus on the positive, and if we have this belief like, yeah, there's always enough, at some point, if you break these beliefs, it will become your reality. And as a result, you will start to act like your new self, you know? So it all starts with our conscious awareness about money and then about our beliefs. And yeah, I hope this video helped you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if it helps you, and you can share with me, yeah, how is your future self? So what kind of beliefs do you want to develop? You can share that or you can share your affirmations if you have something like that below under this YouTube video. And I will also recommend you this one video about how you can change your beliefs, because I think that's especially good if you want to work on your money beliefs, because I was going way more in detail in this one video. And then you can literally just change your beliefs and start to get more money and start to create a new life. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.